if I have my windows open and then I step out of the car and then I forget, oh, my windows are open. Immediately when I walk away, 1 meter away, it locks and closes the windows.
Without you pressing any button or doing anything? No.
I hardly use my key. I can't say cheap. Things are not cheap anymore.
Right.
It's relatively affordable for its standards compared to the other cars for an SUV that has all those features. People have their doubts, obviously.
Yes.
Just be like, you buy it first, let me see. So if, I can't say brave, but if you're brave enough, buy it, let's see with you.
People's Wheels Mzansi. Experience, learn from it.
Hello Mzansi, welcome back to another episode of People's Wheels Mzansi. Well, unfortunately, today's guest has chosen to be anonymous, and her name is Jane, so we shall call her Janonymous. And she drives these wheels that we see behind me, which is the 2022 Chery Tiggo 7 Pro. And it is a beautiful, amazing car. Please enjoy this episode and enjoy the story of her wheels. Cheers!
Hi Jane, how are you?
Good, and you?
Amazing. I mean, look at this beautiful car. Amazing. I'm lost for words. But why Chery? And the black color is amazing. But why Chery?
Why Chery? Why not Chery? I mean, I did my interview, my research.
Okay.
Obviously, I was looking at the features mostly. I wanted to have proper, like, top executive features. And I was checking your BMW, your Mercedes. Fine, those are your German cars and they're expensive and they're known. But I fell in love with the features.
Oh, really?
Mostly, more than the brand.
Right. So for you, it was not just about the driving, a car that drives.
No.
You wanted the features were important.
Yes, obviously in the drive.
Yeah, because every car drives, right?
My family.
That's what a car does. Every car drives. But you wanted the features on top of that.
You can say every car drives, but how fast is it?
Right.
For example, I can give an example.
Okay.
Your Toyota Cruise, is it Cruise?
Small ones.
It drives, but it doesn't drive. It doesn't go, man.
That is true. I did hire that car recently. I was disappointed with the power output. And
funny enough, if I were to tell you, I actually went to the dealer without test driving this car.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow. And you bought it?
And I bought it.
Because of the features?
Because of the features.
What features does it have? Does it make a cup of coffee in the morning?
I wish.
Obviously not.
All right.
What does it do that maybe many cars can't do?
I saw that you can always start your car in the morning while you're being prepared. When it's cold, you don't want to be sitting on a cold leather seat.
Yes.
So you must warm it up. So you can always press my key button for 5 seconds or so, and then it starts. And then once you walk
without going to the car.
Yeah, without going to it doesn't.
So maybe you look out the window, or you.
I think it's
a remote. You don't even have to look at the car, right?
Yes, obviously everything has a range, just like Bluetooth.
Right.
Probably it's like 5 or 10 meters, and then you just have to be close to the car and press the key lock button for 5 seconds and then it will start.
Oh, interesting.
While you're packing your bags and leaving the house.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that is a great feature. I do agree.
Yes, and then you just go to the car once you are meter range, and then it actually unlocks. And you get in. You get in. The engine is running, right? You get in. You step on your brake and you move.
Now that's impressive.
Yes.
I must say.
And the other thing is your voice command.
Oh,
Who doesn't want?
yeah,
who
that I've
wants to
seen.
use your hands?
I
Who
saw
wants to use
that
their hands?
on Cars of Koza.
So yes, you can always command it to open the sunroof. That's the popular one. Open your driver's window. Open your passenger window, or open all windows.
Wow. Okay.
And then you like, hi Chery, close all windows.
You can pause the music or play music.
Exactly.
Yeah. Make a call, like call
Yes.
online.
Yes, just like Siri, you must have names
so
that
it's the Siri of the car.
you must have names that you can recognize or call out.
Interesting.
I can't be like, hey Siri, call. I don't know what's your name, Vincent. Yes, he will call Vincent.
Right.
But when I say, hey Siri, call Taboko.
Right.
Hey, I doubt it will do that.
I'm sure it can. We'll have to try that
Calling
out.
Taboko.
Yeah, with that Chinese voice, right?
Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Chery. Please play the music. Hi, Chery.
I'm listening.
Oh, please turn on the aircon.
All right, AC is on.
Oh, beautiful. Hi, Chery. Hi, Chery.
Yes, I'm here.
Chery, lower the volume a bit.
Sorry, try me again?
Lower the volume.
What else can you do?
Yeah, tell me more about the features. What else? Does it have that leg at the boot thingy?
No, but it does open if you're carrying your groceries. You just have to stand 0.5 meters from the boot and then wait also 5 seconds or a minute.
Okay.
And then once the indicators blink 3 times, then you step away.
Okay.
So that
the
the
hazard
boot,
lights.
Yes,
Okay.
the hazard lights, so that it opens and then you
Oh.
put your grocery in the boot.
Oh, lovely.
And it also it comes with a normal wheel. What do you call it? Tire.
Right.
I get
the spare wheel.
I like a biscuit.
That's good and important because it's a big car after all, you know. And you're speaking about how it can open the boot door by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a button for the tailgate?
Yes, it does have a button.
Okay.
And another feature that it has for the boot, on your screen under settings, you can actually determine the angle. It's either 100, 100 and I can't say 180 because I didn't do.
Right.
I think it's 120 and then 80.
Like
so if your garage is small, you can always time it so that it stops just before it hits the.
That is impressive.
Yes.
Wow. Yes, because some garages are small and.
Yes. You have your window, your door is very close to the boot.
Yes.
You don't want it to hit it and dent your car.
Wow, I'm impressed with that.
Yes.
Interesting.
Another thing it does, obviously your cars now can always sense when the sun is setting, and then the lights come on automatically, right? But one thing I hoped a car like this that has so much technology going on to have automatic wipers.
Oh!
It doesn't.
Are you serious?
It doesn't.
So when it's raining,
it's a manual thing.
To do it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting to have such amazing technology. And
then they forget the one thing, guys.
Yeah, which is very important.
Very important. Yeah. But if you know how to drive, you know how to drive.
Well,
I'm not learning how to drive. You don't say that.
I see.
Yes.
Before we get to my questions, do you have any other features you want to share as to what?
All right. Yes. If you have your smartphone.
Okay.
Wireless charging phone, you can always charge your phone. Do I have to say
Yeah, no, that's lovely. That's neat. Because you don't have to be looking for your cable. If your friend takes a cable, you are sorted.
Yes, and there's a slot, right? Okay. It's not really meant to put your car, because I was doing the research and watching the reviews on YouTube, they always said you can put your key, but I don't feel safe putting my key here. And then what if somebody comes and mark me and then they have the key in the car?
Sure. They take the key.
I always have my key on me, and then I put the phone in the slot.
I like to do that as well. Like when I'm driving a keyless car, I keep the key on me.
Yes.
Right. Oh, lovely. So,
And also, before not to interject, if I have my windows open and then I step out of the car and then I forget, oh, my windows are open. Immediately when I walk away, 1 meter away, it locks and closes the windows.
without you pressing any button or doing anything? No.
I hardly use my key.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So your key, just as it is important, it is useless as well.
Yes.
Like,
it's important for me to have it with
but
me.
not to use it.
Yeah, not to use it.
Impressive.
Because technology is advancing.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's impressive. Yeah. I would really love that. So by just walking away, then your windows close and then the car locks itself.
Yes, if we were actually shooting at night, you will see that once you open any window, then the Chery logo pops out.
Ah, okay.
And you can always change your, what they call it, ambient color.
Oh, the ambient color light in the thingy.
However mood you're feeling has 7 colors. If you're feeling like pink today, pink. Yellow, green. If you're having a blue Monday,
Okay.
Why not?
Oh, that's lovely. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. No, those are indeed a lot of features. A lot of features that even in newer cars, like 2023 cars, you still don't get.
True.
You know, because you have to pay a lot of money.
True.
And I've picked up that with Chery, well, let me say with Chinese cars like Chery, Haval, you know, GWM, you have these features even though you're not really breaking the bank. For example, you could buy an 850,000 Rand BMW and still
doesn't
not
have
get
all
half
those
of the
features.
features you've mentioned. That's interesting.
Because it has, I don't know if I mentioned that as a panoramic sunroof.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what's there an option that you had to add?
No, it's no. So remember, these cars come in 2 forms. You have your standard and the executive. So this one is an executive. It has all the features.
So it has everything for
all
that price.
Your electric chair, what do you call it? Moving back and forth, and your back. Yes. No, it doesn't. No, not the memory. It doesn't have the memory button. You have your electric driver seat, and the back seat is also electric, and the passenger.
Wow.
But then your standard doesn't have electric seat for the passenger. Yes.
Interesting. Just the driver.
Yes. Okay. Oh, another feature.
Yes.
Oh God, sorry.
Another feature.
If you're driving, right?
Okay.
Yes, has a assistant. If I parked and you want to open a door and it senses that your car isn't coming, you as a passenger behind, there will be a light that pops out to tell you do not open.
Are you serious? No, that's sweet. That's a sweet deal right there.
Yes.
I mean, first, I might buy this car.
You might.
Yeah, you know. Well, I mean, I don't want to be paying for a car anytime soon, but this might convince me. Anyway, thank you for sharing all these features. But now let's get into the meat of it.
Yes.
You know, I didn't even get to ask you today if this was your first car.
No. Well, yes, sorry.
Right, okay.
I did my research before, and I got assistance from yours truly, Dr. Vincent.
Dr. TV. That's me. Okay.
Yes. So funny enough, if I must say, you are one of the people who actually convinced me to go for this car. Why? I can't say cheap. Things are not cheap anymore.
Right.
It's relatively affordable for its standards compared to the other cars for an SUV that has all those features, right?
Yes.
So base price, if I had cash, it was like 350, and with interest and everything is 460.
Wow.
So I'm paying. It's quite a lot, but 10K, 10K with insurance.
Right. With insurance?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's a sweet deal. I think that's a sweet deal because usually, I mean, isn't that what people are paying for a Polo?
It is, and it's not...
nice technology and the features you have.
It is, because...
And it's also smaller without that much of a boot space.
Yes.
So...
For one, my sister works at a car dealer. I don't want to give away which one works at a car dealer.
Oh, okay.
And she did tell me, Your normal standard polos go for that price. And then the more you have to add, the more you pay, obviously, isn't it?
Yeah, so someone with a polo would be paying more than you pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not get half the features you have and also get half the car you're getting in terms of amount of space in the car and size.
And I must say, as much as it's a Chery, guys, Kalifita Mutsileng.
Oh, really? So it has a lot of power.
It has a table.
Oh, okay. What's the engine? Is it 1.5?
1.5, yes.
1.5 table. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Maybe the takeover may be a bit slacking, but
once it's
I'm going.
You're gone.
I'm going.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you had the car?
Since August last year.
2022.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That was what?
Yeah,
7 months.
7 months, yes.
Yeah, still an infant. I still have a baby. Baby girl. Yes. It's a Chery.
Chery.
Yes, a baby girl.
So it's a girl.
Yeah, it feels like it's forever, but
this Chery shouldn't be seen with boys.
Obviously, nobody is allowed. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's still fairly new.
Yeah,
and it feels
indeed.
like forever.
Yeah, and it's a 2022 model, right?
It is a 2022 model.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. Well, you were still saying this is your first car. And the question I have for you is, as your first car as a young graduate, why buy a brand new car as opposed to a pre-owned used car? Did you know how to drive before buying this car? Had you driven several cars, for example? I'm curious.
I can say I knew how to drive, yes.
Okay.
But I'm also failing the driving industry, if I put it like that.
Okay.
Because I got my license in 2020.
Okay.
That was during lockdown.
Right.
And that was just when my sister got a car. She was not greedy like any other people who have a brand new car to give me as a manual.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being territorial about your car.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Reasons, but yes, I get you.
She didn't have all of those.
You're right.
She was like, okay, fine, I have a brand new car, but I have to teach you how to drive. Who's there? Who's gonna teach you?
Indeed.
My dad, out of the question, fine. So she would just give me her car manual, and we get to drive around the residential area, get to, control and not be afraid when there's an incoming car.
Yes.
Well, that's what I normally did.
Right.
Sway to the left because I thought the road is too narrow for two cars. It's like, no, do not do that. Focus on where you're going and keep your steering wheel still.
Right.
That car can see you. You also see that car. Yes. You guys are not going to bump into each other.
Right.
So another thing that made me not to go for a manual, guys, I'm not going to stop go steep hilling and then now be nervous that I must balance before I go.
Right.
And then I know it did that a couple of times. Before I go, I have to balance and switch it off. Okay. Like, no way. Yeah. No way I'm going for a manual. And yes, I have driven other people's car around where I work.
Right.
Like Lilo.
Manual or automatic?
It was both.
Both, okay.
Where I was working previously, the guy was driving a manual.
Okay.
So we didn't have a steep hill. Okay. So I didn't have to balance. And then the other cars were automatic.
Okay. All right.
But before that, I didn't drive for a long distance. For example, from here to...
Like one province to another?
Yes.
For example. Okay. Interesting. Well, Jane, you have shared a lot about the things that you love about the car, which is mostly the technology, and I can't blame you for that. But now I'm curious, would you say there is anything you don't like about this car? Well, I guess the fact that the wipers are not automatic, that's probably one. But what else would you say you don't like about this car?
Not really, not like per se, but with a car that has such advanced technology, I thought it would also have like an automatic Bluetooth with your dashboard. Dashboard, right?
Yes.
Like when you connect your car, your phone to the car, then you will have your phone showing on the
car.
yes.
Yeah, like on the.
But then
display.
you still have to use a cable as much as we do not want to use a cable. And yes, you still have to use a cable and then download an app.
Right.
Android.
Oh, right, Android Auto.
Yes, to actually connect or to see your phone on the car.
Interesting.
Besides that, it does connect to your Bluetooth. You can actually play music,
then, like,
answer calls. Yes.
Okay. Oh, so it still has the basic Bluetooth functionalities that we've seen in other cars.
It doesn't come with your installed GPS. That's one thing.
So it doesn't have the navigation.
No.
So you would have to then
use your phone
plug in your phone with the cable and use the navigation of the Android Auto.
Yeah, that's one thing I think they left out.
I see.
Well, two things that they left out.
The wipers and...
Yes, and the...
Right. And apart from that, anything else? Are you happy with the drive?
Yes, I'm happy with the
You're happy with the drive. Just maybe the takeoff is not the BMW takeoff, but once it's the turbo has kicked in, you are happy.
Yes, as much as I may say the takeoff is not ideal, but it is taking off.
Right, yeah.
I can still outperform other cars.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I can believe that.
It's just as much as you say, I may be driving a BMW and be driving a Polo. If I do not know how to drive, then you will always overtake and pass me.
Yes.
So I think it's just that. Besides it, I don't have...
And the color? I mean, you chose the color, right?
I chose the most problematic black color. Do you know how problematic black is?
Can see the dust on this car.
Besides seeing the dust in the windows.
Oh, okay.
Just to take it to your normal car wash.
Right.
A black car will have normal standard 2 hours, and you with your silver or white will have an hour or so, because on the black, you will see the stains. You must be yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know or realize that.
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
It is, but besides that, I love my black color. They call it black mamba. Those who colors.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's black tinted windows, black color, black.
So it is indeed a black mamba. Yes. Okay, so one complaint I've seen about the Chinese vehicles is the petrol consumption. How do you find it? Are you complaining, or you can't really sort of tell the difference? How is the petrol consumption?
Okay, now I'm not complaining. I don't know if it is chowing petrol, but it's not. For me, it's not.
Okay. What's the longest distance you've driven?
What is this? 291, 293.
So about 300 kilometers.
Yes, and when I pour full tank is about one. Now petrol went up, was 101.
1,000 what?
Sorry, yes, 1,100, not 100.
Yeah,
yes, 1,000.
It can be 100. 1,100.
Yeah, full tank.
That sounds like maybe a 50 liter. Do you know the tank size?
Yes, 50 liter.
Right.
It is a 50 liter.
And how long does that full tank last you?
For me, to drive that distance, 300 kilometers, that is a half tank.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at a range of about 600 to 700 kilometers. Okay. Do you look at your consumption? I'm sure it shows you the consumption on the display. Do you know what's that sitting at? What's the number we see there?
Okay, it fluctuates. I would lie.
Okay.
Because it's hopping between, I think, the full consumption and the, what do you call it, when you stepping on the brake.
Okay.
I don't know if it's that the intensity or the power that it takes for the car to brake.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But what are the numbers you see there?
Normally 5.5.
Okay.
If it's high, it's going to be 9.1.
Yeah, I think we'll go with the high one. I think 9 is also what I've heard from other people.
Yeah, if I'm driving anything less than 100, it's going to be a 5.5. If it's like stop and go, 5.5, yeah.
No, that sounds wrong. I think your stop and go are the ones that are high with your 9.something.
Hey.
Yeah.
I do not know those things.
Okay. No, I mean, same, I must confess.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, how long do you intend to keep this car? And what I'm trying to get is, are you really happy with your buy and happy with the car? You know, given the stigma that exists about the Chinese vehicles, especially Haval. Chery is also a Chinese vehicle.
Yes, I was about to go to Haval. I was like, yeah, Chery is starting off just like Haval.
Right.
People have their doubts, obviously.
Yes.
Just be like, you buy it first, let me see.
Hmm.
So if, I can't say brave, but if you're brave enough, buy it, let's see with you. Like, still relatively affordable in the market. And, well, I got it in that amount, what did I say, 640, right?
640.
With interest.
Oh, right.
Finance with interest.
Right. Okay.
And you're still doubting, and then your repo rate is going up, and also saying, are you sure? Then next thing you're gonna get it at 800 or so, and people are now buying it.
Yeah, well, besides the repo rate, it's the price of the car itself.
Yes, as people,
for example, you've spoken about how Haval recently the prices are starting to be a bit ridiculous
because people are buying
because
it.
It's becoming popular. A lot of people are buying it, a lot of people are trusting it, and they're gaining the confidence to now charge when you look based on the features and some of the quality, it's what they should have charged, right? But they had to charge low initially to penetrate the market.
True.
And maybe that's also what gave people some doubts, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so. Because, wait, what was the question?
So you're happy?
Yes.
Right.
I am happy.
No regrets.
The intention of keeping the car, as long as it's still going and it doesn't have problems. Remember, they're also giving you 1 million.
Oh yes, it is Chery with the 1 million warranty.
Yes, 1 million kilometers. Yes, for the engine.
1 million kilometers for the engine.
Well, the teaser is if you do not miss your service, you always bring it in time. And
you don't miss your service. You don't.
You don't resell the car. You don't service it outside. I don't take it to the mechanic in J just because it's closer.
Chery dealership or approved service center.
Yeah, so far I don't have any issues with it. I'm happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be that first car that if I decide one day to have children, they'll drive it. Lovely. Yes.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I mean, with your 1 million kilometer warranty, that will be possible. Okay, well, Jane, thank you very much. I've enjoyed talking to you about the Chery.
It's a pleasure.
And just experiencing a beautiful monster, Black Mamba. It's a real Mamba.
Yes.
In every way.
Yes, as much as it's an eco-friendly car, it does have a sport mode. And I hardly use it. Because why? It charges petrol.
I see.
But yes, it has a sport mode. For those who don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being our guest. We learned so much and we enjoyed your car. So we really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.